Green Dog Book Club. They're reading this book, A Horn for Louis. And I think we're on chapter 6. This week they're working on questioning using the sheet as you see. By writing down questions they may already have, recording their background knowledge before they start to read the next chapter. Okay. How did our story begin?
Well, Louis went to bed with two other people.
Okay, why do we keep coming back to Louis is in the bed with two other people? Is that how our story really begins? Okay, how does our story really begin? That's a good detail, but that's not the... What does that tell us about Louis?
Louis is, he started out telling all the characters, like his sister, his mother.
Okay. Okay, now...
He doesn't have a father.
He doesn't have a father. And now we can mention that part about how they're all in the same... same small space, right? Why do they have to share such a small space?
Because they're poor.
Okay, they're really poor.
Yeah,
Not just poor. Really poor. Okay? Alright, what does Louis like to do?
He likes to play the horn. He plays the horn and he goes in a junk wagon.
Goes in a junk wagon. Why does he go in a junk wagon?
He works at a junkyard. He works at a junkyard.
Who does he work for?
He's for that family. The Karnofskis.
The Karnofskis. Okay, works for the Karnofskis. And what do we know about the Karnofskis?
That they're not as poor as Louis's family.
Okay, not as poor.
But they are poor.
But they're definitely not rich, are they?
No.
Okay, so what happened in the first chapter?
In the first chapter, well, we started out well, we know that Louis lives in New Orleans.
Okay, we know the setting is New Orleans. Okay.
He has to
What time of year is it?
It's like close to Hanukkah.
Close to Hanukkah. Okay, so we know it's...
Every year he has to wake up really quietly.
It says chapter 1.
Every day he has to wake up really quietly and tiptoe down the stairs.
Hey, that's a text-to-text connection with the paperboy.
It is. It's our text connection with paperboy. So how does that help us understand this story?
At the first part, it said Louis rubbed his eyes. The room was dark and cold. Yeah, that means like, so you must be having trouble getting up in the morning. Yeah, it's like, whenever you get up, so you can see.
He's got to get awake first, doesn't he? Okay, that was a good connection with the paperboy. So we know Louis is pretty independent, isn't he? Yeah. Okay, what about the second chapter?
The second chapter, it's the junkyard.
Okay.
And it tells
That he has to,
where
he tells that us
he works,
that
and he says where he has to pass every day.
he has to pass the city of dead every day.
Okay.
And all of his friends are like scared of it or afraid of it. He's not scared because he passes it every day.
All right, so he's pretty independent and accountable, isn't he, for doing what he's supposed to do? What about chapter 3? Who did we meet in chapter 3?
In chapter 3, we met the sports guy.
The sport. Okay.
He gave a silver dollar.
Yeah, and why did he give Louis a silver dollar?
Because he was playing his horn.
He says, you've been blowing on that tin horn for long enough. Then he tossed in $1 coin.
Okay.
Silver dollar.
And what did he tell him to buy?
And he said, go get a real horn.
Okay, could Louis go and get a real horn then?
No, kind of, because he got a whole bunch of pennies. But yeah, but why would a person wouldn't get a horn for $1?
Not likely.
No.
Did they find a horn for Louis?
Yeah, but it was like 15. It was like $25. So the man said, he'll give it to him for $15.
Okay.
And Alice nudged him in the stomach with his elbow. And that pretty much meant, let me do the talking. Yeah, so he started talking to him. and then the man said 10. Then Alex just said that's still more than we can afford.
Okay. And Hudson, what did you say about the horn? I see you're looking it back up.
It was played by
King Oliver.
Played by King Oliver. A horn played by King Oliver. Okay, why is that important for Louis?
Well, he has black skin. That's why white people didn't want to buy it.
Oh. So, what happened when the... Didn't you have a text-to-text connection with that?
Well, actually, 4 other books.
4 other books? That's a lot of connecting right there.
Freedom Summer, Freedom on the Menu, and
A Sweet Smell of Roses.
yeah.
Sweet Smell of Roses? Okay, and what was your connection?
Well, Louis is poor and he's black skinned, like the other people in those books were not there.
Yeah? And what did that mean? What did that mean for them? Were they able to do everything?
No.
No, they had certain things that they just couldn't do, could they? Okay, are we ready to read the next chapter?
Yes.
All right, looks like you're all caught up. All right, we'll come back for our after reading discussion when the chapter's finished. Okay, you guys are doing a great job. Make sure you record your questions as you go.
I have a prediction that the present for Louis and Hanukkah will be the horn, and I can tell because there's a little piece of a horn right there, and I can tell that he really loved horns.
Okay, you really love horns. And what else do you know from the text? Where did they stop before?
At the pawn shop.
Yeah, at the pawn shop. And then he said, I'll be right back. Right? Okay?
Maybe he bought him the horn, but secretly had it behind his back.
Maybe.
I had a confirmed prediction.
What's that?
It's that Alex will get a horn for Louis. And he did it for Hanukkah.
That was your prediction, that Alex will get a horn for Louis? You think it's the same horn they saw at the pawn shop?
I think so.
Okay. All right, so what else happened in this chapter? Let's wrap it up so we can go on. What happened in this chapter?
Mr. and Mrs. probably spent the money on the...
Do you think they helped them buy the horn?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that say about the Karnofskis?
They're nice. They're really, really nice.
Yeah, they're really nice. Did they have to buy Louis a horn?
No, but they chose to.
They chose to. Okay.
Because they really wanted a horn.
Yeah. How do they treat Louis?
They treat him with respect.
With respect?
They treat him with respect and they care for him.
And they care for him? That sounds to me like...
Like they're sort of like a family.
Sort of like family. Yeah, they treat Louis sort of like family, don't they? Do you think...
Louis like Alex.
Yeah. Yeah. So, since they treat Louis like family, what do you think is going to happen in the next chapter? You think he'll become part of their family?
And like his little sister will make friends too.
With the Karnofskis?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the mom.
What about mom?
Kind of related probably because like all the kids playing with him.
All right. Well, that is an example of a book club. They started by talking about what they've read previously, the week before, looked back at their question sheets, recorded their questions as they read, and then at the end they had a discussion. Now, while they were reading, they would stop when they had a question and ask people who were in their club to see if they came up with or they had an answer. And you'll notice they made some connections while they were reading, made some predictions while they were reading, and they were starting to do what great readers do. All right, so give yourselves a little round of applause. Stars of today's show, the Horn for Louis Book Club.